Welcome back everybody. So guys, are you ready to learn the new elements of this form, the HTML5 form? First of all, this shouldn't be the text. You know that this should be the password. So I made it as a password. Save and refresh now. Well, if I just click there and put the value, and I put the value, you can see that the value is in the numbers, not in the, is in the points, basically in a password way. But is it the email? No, this is the simple text. This is the old way. But now we can put the email type to, now refresh. So how you can declare this is an email? Yeah, exactly, you just cannot declare, but actually it will be validated when you just put the button. So for now I'm just adding a simple button. I'm just copying and pasting this here, the simple thing, removing the label from this and making a button here. You can choose the type button, you can choose the type submit, or any other way you can choose. We'll save, and I'm just going back and refreshing. This is a button I created. I just need to put the value in the button. I'm just putting the value as submit form. You can put whatever you prefer, as you know. So the submit form, save and refresh. Now just click on the submit form. Now nothing happening. Oh, the form button is not working, so I think I should choose the submit for now. Save and refresh and click now. Yeah, exactly, it's working, but nothing happening. But when I just put the values, the text, the password and the email, and now when I just click on submit, please include an @ in the email address. ASDASADS is missing an @ exactly. This is the interesting thing in the HTML5 validation, that HTML5 new elements, that they are validated automatically. You just don't need to use the JavaScript anymore. You just don't need to use the jQuery or the PHP for validating the JavaScript or the validate plugin or etc. You just simply can validate your form by using just a simple thing, but just add the preferred element, the email. Okay, in the same way, if you just want to receive the number, I'll just guide you about the select your country element, but first I'm just teaching you about the input element, because exactly I have to delete the input because there is another element named the list or data list. I'll just guide you about that later on. So I'm just going there, and this is the email, and I'm just putting the contact number. I'm just gonna receive the contact number. So now just remove the email and put the number as type. Interesting. Go back and refresh, and now you can put the number here, only numbers. If you just type ASD or whatever your name, Shahzaib Kamal, you cannot. But when you just type the number, it worked perfectly. Okay, this is the way to validate. Even you can put the minimum and maximum. You just learned about the attributes of the minimum and maximum. So let's just put the minimum. I just want the minimum as the 7 and the maximum as the 11. You can put any value according to your requirement. I'm just putting this 7 and 11, or I think the 2 and 4 is okay. Why I'm going too long. Refresh now. I'm not putting anything, just clicking on submit, so the form is submitting. How I can know that the form is submitting? Because there is no question mark, but when I just click on submit, the question mark is there. That means the form is submitted without the validation. But when I just put the value in the email, so first it will check that include something on the email. Okay, they just stop me, and I'm just putting the number, and again submission. Again, they're not checking the contact number because they found the error on the previous element before the contact number in the email address. So now I'm just putting the correct one. I'm just putting asd@gmail.com, and now when I just click on submit, now value must be less than or equal to 4. Okay, I'm just putting 1. Now email addresses is still okay. They has not been validated yet. Don't forget that. I just added the validation on these elements only. So just click on the submit form. Now value must be greater than 2 or equal to, or if I just put the 5. Okay, now just submit. Now you can see the error continuously. I'm removing, I'm putting 1 and submit. Must be greater than 2. Now must be less than or equal to 4. Okay, submit. Now still I'm getting the error. Now submit, I'm still getting the error. So when I just put these 3 only and submit, it's submitting. Okay, I'm just putting something here and just putting 3 and submitting. Exactly, it's going on. But when I just put the value, you know that more than 5, 4 and less than 2, so it won't work. But basically this is not preferred for the contact number, because exactly we have to put millions of numbers, million value around something, whatever. Refresh now. I just removed the validation, but I have another type of validation too. This is a simple way. I'm just going to teach you some more elements. Probably you need to know, you need to get the birthday. So let's just copy this one or make it as the birthday. Okay, so for now I'm just changing this and putting the date here. Okay, the date, and refresh. Now I can receive the date here. When I just click on this element, now I can get the complete calendar. I can select any element. Okay, this is the super thing. I think you can understand. You can choose any date. For example, I'm just going top and I'm just choosing the November, and I'm just choosing the 19 November. Now you can see the date is there when I just click on submit form, and when it processed to the PHP, I'll just guide you about the PHP later on in this course, but by the way, it will be converted in the real numbers exactly in the way as I just want to send. But for example, you just want to get the week, only the week. Okay, so for the week, just remove that and put the week and save and refresh. Now there you can choose the week only. Okay, for example, you can see that I just cannot select the 18, 19, 20. I can select the week only. I can go there by choosing the week. Okay, I'm just choosing the week the second week of the 2016. This is the way to select the week. And in the same way, if I just duplicate that, all of these are the latest elements of the HTML5. So there I'm just setting the month, save and refresh. Now I just only can select the month. So now you can see that I just only can select the month. I just need to go there and I can select any month whatever I want. For example, if I just choose a June, so yeah, I just choose the June. Now June 2013. In this way I can choose the month only. Great. Now for example, if you just want to get the time, according to your form requirement, you can create whatever you want. I'm just teaching you the basic things. So for the time, date and time, go there and type date, time, both things, the date and time. So refresh. Now there is the date and time. Oh my gosh, actually the date and time is still not in the way. Basically no any browser is still supporting the date and time, but maybe when you work on it, when you learn this course, maybe that date and time will be supported by any of the browser like Chrome, the Mozilla, the Safari. So you should try this whenever you work. Maybe it will get the support. Otherwise the W3C will remove that. But for this, instead of this, we have the time only. So we have to delete this one and only the time. So refresh. Now we can select the time too. You can see that the 11, and anytime I can choose the AM or PM, whatever I want, by clicking there and there. Now interestingly, we have the cross button here, the reset item. Click there and now it has been resetted. Okay, you can choose any date and now you get the cross item here too. You can reset the element. These are some of the elements of the HTML5, the latest HTML5 input elements. Another interesting item I'm just going to teach you in this class. I'm just copying the time. Just practice, make sure you're practicing, because sometimes you just need to make yourself perfect by the practice. Okay, because all these things are really simple. Just need to put the different types and then apply, nothing more than that. So here I'm just applying the range and see, refresh. Now you can see the range here. Okay, going interesting. Great. This is a way to create a range. You can see that, but this is not necessary to create the range in this way. If I just simply cut it down, you know that I just apply the input with the copy and paste here. I can apply the style of the input to all of the input elements. So now if I just refresh, now this is the by default element. You can see the range here, and this one too. This is so expanded, it has any specific size and a bar, you know that here. So that's why, just to clarify you, I just created another one here out of the box, and exactly this is looking awesome. And in the same way, if I just go there just after the range, this is the range. Okay, range. Now before going going further, I'm just applying something to the range. I can put the value here to the range. Which is the value do you want, and the minimum and the maximum. Okay, so the max I'm putting 10, and the minimum I'm putting as the 1 and the value I'm choosing as 5. So refresh now. The ranges are on the 5, both of them. Oh sorry, not only the single one, this one. If I just apply, because I just applied the value with this one is the by default in a center, but if I just apply the 8, so refresh now, it's on the 8 number. Okay, it's going pretty awesome. And you can put another thing, the step here I'm putting, I just want to step it around 4. Okay, now it will go to 1, then automatically go to 4, then the 8, then it won't go to 10 basically, because it can go to the 12 and there is no 12. So now refresh, and now you can see that it's there, 1, 4 and 8. Now it won't go more than 8 because there is no 12. If you just put the 3, then refresh, and now 1 2 3, and exactly it's on the 9. So in this way you can make some steps too, and you can apply these steps on the number 2 exactly, that it won't select the other numbers. By the way, I'm just gonna go to do more. I'm just gonna copy this one and going after this input element and pasting. Okay, and here instead of the range I'm just typing select color. Interestingly, by using the HTML5 you can create the color selector too. Just simply type the color and refresh. Now choose the color whichever you want, for example this one, and click on OK. Now you've selected that color. Choose any color, whatever you prefer. Okay, now that color will be selected automatically. But again, the color element is not looking really cool because it's inside the the form group, and inside the form group the element has the by default colors. So I'm just pasting this out of the form group as I did with the input type range. So now refresh, and this is the color. Now if I just choose any color like brown and click, now you can see that it has been selected. Great, awesome. When you just click on submit, the color name will be submitted to. When you apply the PHP, again I'm just telling that the form is not going to the server basically. In fact, we just don't have any server right now. So what I'm just doing, I'm just creating I'm just copying this one, and after the color name I'm just pasting this, and now the type I'm just choosing as the URL. Okay, your web page, whatever. Now save. Okay, the web page is there. Now how it can be validated and how we can understand that it is a web page, I'm putting some value and just clicking on submit. Now please enter a URL. If I just put www dot, okay, it is still not a URL, but when I just put the dot and com, it is still not a URL. Then http, and this is the URL. Now when I just click on submit, it's submitted. Exactly. I think you got the meaning of this one too. So guys, there are some little elements more and the HTML5 validation. So I'll just guide you both of them in the next class. Stay tuned and goodbye.